यथा ऋषिकेश खलेन देवकी कंसेन रुद्धाति चिरं शुचार्पिता विमोचिताहं च सहात्मजा विभो त्वयैव नातेन मुहुर्विपद्गणाः साउंड नहीं ठीक नहीं है। बोलो सेजल। Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Shri Prabhupada। AC का आवाज आ रहा है? माइक? O Rishikesha, Master of the senses, Lord of lords, you have released your mother Devaki, who was long imprisoned, distressed by the envious King Kamsa, and me and my children from a series of constant dangers. Devaki, the mother of Krishna and sister of King Kamsa, was put into prison along with her husband, Vasudeva, because the envious king was afraid of being killed by Devaki's eighth son. He killed all the sons of Devaki who were born before Krishna. But Krishna escaped the danger of child slaughter because he was transferred to the house of Nanda Maharaj. Lord Krishna's foster father. Kunti Devi, along with her children, was also saved from a. वो एसी का है, उधर से आ रहा है आवाज। हाँ, इसको ऑफ कर दो फिर। वो भी ऑफ कर दिया, वो भी ऑफ कर दो।
बोलिए कुछ।
हरे कृष्ण, हरे कृष्ण, हरे कृष्ण। He was transferred to the house of Nanda Maharaj, Lord Krishna's foster father. Kunti Devi, along with her children, was also saved from a series of dangers. But Kunti Devi was shown far more favor because Lord Krishna did not save the other children of Devaki, whereas he saved the children of Kunti Devi. This was done because Devaki's husband Vasudeva was living, whereas Kunti Devi was a widow and there was none to help her except Krishna. The conclusion is that Krishna endows more favor to a devotee who is in greater dangers. Sometimes he puts his pure devotees in such dangers because in that condition of helplessness, the devotee becomes more attached to the Lord. The more the attachment is there for the Lord, the more success is there for the devotee. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Deham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Evam Shri Radha Krishna Karuna Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Kesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Takanchana Gaurani Radhe Nareshwari Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Chakalptarobhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauravaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama आवाज आ रहा है आप लोगों का पीछे? पार्वती माता जी, हाँ शिवानी. So last week we heard. Anybody learned those verses? Huh? You learned that verse? Bolo. Hey. Namo Pankaj Nabhaya.
Namo Pankaj Nabhaya, Namo Pankaj Malini, Namo Pankaj Netraya, Namaste Pujanari. Namaste Pankaj Nabhaya.
Namo Pankaj Nabhaya, Namo Pankaj Maline, Namo Pankaj Netraya, Namaste Pankajangre.
हाँ आप बोलो.
नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजाग्रे.
Who else? Anybody else learned? You learned? So Shivani, you learned? Huh? क्या?
She said first time I'm hearing.
Last week you were not there. You said you will hear on the online.
Yeah, but probably that part.
बोलो.
नमो पंकजनाभाय नमो पंकजमालिने नमो पंकजनेत्राय नमो पंकजांघ्राय.
वेरी गुड. आपको आता है? बोलो.
नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांघ्रे.
वेरी गुड. बोलो पवार जी. ये क्यों लूज हो गया ये? स्क्रू ड्राइवर है?
स्क्रू है प्रभु जी, इसको टाइट करना पड़ेगा. बट इसको टाइट करना पड़ेगा.
अभी ऐसे नहीं होगा.
स्क्रू ड्राइवर
अभी ऐसे लेफ्ट साइड.
ऐसे रहने ऐसे छोड़ दीजिए.
ठीक है. So in this verse, Kunti Maharani she is addressing, no? Yatha Rishikesha Khalena Devaki. Rishikesha. So Prabhupada in his lecture, he says that Devaki is not an ordinary woman. Not here, not.
Oh, I'll change the mic. We'll keep this up.
Hare Krishna. Hare? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. There is one incident when Krishna and Balram they were walking on the streets of Mathura. First fellow, one dhobi of Kamsa, he was bringing lots of clothes. And Krishna requested Dhobi, please give us some clothes to me, myself and my brother and my associates. You will be benefited. You will get lot of benefit. Right? Because that Dhobi, he refused to give clothes to Krishna. Not only that, he started chastising Krishna and Balram, saying that how you are so impudent that you will ask king's clothes for yourself. This time we are leaving you, next time the king's Sainiks will behead you. Like that he chastised. Krishna became very angry. With his finger, he cut off his head. Right? So, in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that ये मुलाकात के लिए, a small mulaqat with Krishna. That fellow, he had done 10 million years tapasya. 10 million means? 1 crore. 1 crore years tapasya he has done. Because of the result of the tapasya, he got mulaqat with Krishna. Because he didn't read Prabhupada books. Prabhupada always, keeps saying, in his books, devotional service, rendering devotional service. Prabhupada's translations are very unique. He translated bhakti as devotional service, not devotion. Right? No other acharyas, no other sampradayas, they translate bhakti as devotional service. It's called devotion. But Prabhupada translated it as devotional service. So, because he has not read Prabhupada books, so he did not know the meaning of devotional service. Right? So even though he had done such great tapasya, he had lost that opportunity. Of course, being killed by Krishna, he must have got liberation. But he didn't have that good fortune of rendering service to Krishna. So just imagine, so all, it is all those people who meet with Krishna, it is not accidental. It's not accidental. They have done something, they are something in their last lives. Even Duryodhana also. How many of you know why Duryodhana was favored by Lord Balram?
He fought in
Even though he was a rascal,
was his guru.
yeah, he taught him. Why did he teach him, and then why he always favored Duryodhana?
He came from the low tribal systems and Bhagavtam and
So Duryodhana, it is given, Prabhupada said, the same question was asked to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, why Lord Balaram favored Duryodhana? Because Prabhupada said, he was an associate of Lord Anantadev from the Patal Lok. Like that. So they were all done something, some punyakarma, done some tapasya. Right? That is why they were able to associate with Krishna. In the same way, Prabhupada writes, says in his lecture, that Devaki and Vasudev, they had done so much tapasya in their last life. By, not last life, 2-3 lifetimes back, that, what are the names? Anybody knows?
Sutapa, Pesnika, Kashyap,
Sutapa and Prishni, right? Not Prishnigarbha. Prishnigarbha is the name of the Lord. Prishni. So they wanted to have a son who is equal to Krishna. They have done tapasya for 12,000 years, I think. 12,000 years, right? 12,000 years tapasya, giving up sense enjoyment without any, without indulging in any sense gratification, right? So we expect, little bit seva we do. Krishna should become our son, Krishna should become our husband. 12,000 years tapasya they have done. Then Krishna appeared. Then he said, we want a son like you. Then Krishna said, there is nobody like me. Asamordva. Krishna is known as Asamordva. What is meant by Asamordva? Nobody is equal to Krishna or above Krishna. Like sometime back I explained, Daridra. Somebody, you remember? One devotee wanted to glorify Krishna. Krishna said, okay. Then he was chanting Namavali. Then he said, Om Daridraya Namaha. Right? Krishna, अरे मेरे को बुलाया ग्लोरिफिकेशन के लिए, मेरे को दरिद्रा बोलता है. साउंड ठीक नहीं आ रहा है? Then the devotee explained, my dear Lord, Daridra means abhava of something. Right? So in this world, everybody is a Daridra. Daridra means not having something. What I don't have, he said, there is nobody equal to you. That Daridra is you have. Right? That Daridra you have. Oh, then Krishna smiled, okay. Om Daridraya Namaha. Huh? And so then Krishna said, okay, I will only become your son. So Krishna is so kind. They wanted to Krishna as son in one lifetime. Krishna said, okay, I will come as your son 3 lifetimes. But Prabhupada very surprisingly writes that the Devaki and Vasudev's devotion service is not on highest platform because we should not try to bring Krishna into this material world. We should go and serve him. Very surprising. In the purport, Prabhupada writes. Anyway, but still they are glorious. Vasudeva and Devaki, they have had darshan of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, Prabhupada says that even such a personality, Devaki and Vasudeva, personalities, Devaki and Vasudeva, and Kunti Maharani. Who is Kunti Maharani? Vasudev's sister. Right? Vasudev's sister. All of them are put into so much difficulty. She is saying, Yatha Rishikeshan Kalena Devaki. Kamsena Ruddhati Chiram Shucharpita. Vimochitaham cha sahatmaja vibhu. Tvayaivanatena muhur vipadganat. So, you have saved Kamsa, from the wrath of Kamsa, Devaki, Vasudeva, like that. And then you saved us from so many dangerous encounters. Right? She is going to recount tomorrow, next week, like that. We will hear at the time what all dangers Krishna saved them, like that. फोन बंद कीजिए. So, then Prabhupada says, Rishikesha. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. Right? This is the definition of Bhakti. बोलिए सर्वोपाधि विनिर्मुक्तम. बोलिए सर्वोपाधि विनिर्मुक्तम तत्परत्वेन निर्मलम ऋषिकेन ऋषिकेश सेवनम भक्ति रुच्यते. Rishika and Rishikesha, 2 words. Now we are serving Rishika. Rishika means senses. Now what we are doing? We are doing rendering service to senses. That's why we are known as Godasa. What? Godasa. We are Godasa. Maharaj Muchkunda prays to the Lord that, my dear Lord, I have served my senses in so many millions of years, but they are ungrateful masters. They will not never say, you have served us enough. Right? You served us enough. Now you go and serve Krishna. They never say. They are ungrateful masters. My dear Lord, I am fed up of serving the senses. Now I have got intelligence. I want to serve you. This is called intelligence. In a house, a person may think that I am the master of the house. But actually, he is not the master, he is a servant. He serves his wife and children, family members, but actually he is not serving his wife and children, he is serving his own senses. Right? Because why he takes care of his wife? Because he gets happiness, not that he wants her happiness. Right? Like that. So, Rishikena, Rishikesha, Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. So this verse is quoted in Bhakti Rasam Sindhu. Sarva Upadi Vinirmuktam. Sarva Upadi. Upadi means? Designation. Designation. We all having this designation. I am Hindu, I am Christian, I am Muslim, I am a man, I am a husband. Right? Like this, we are having these designations. But we should become free from these designations. Sarva Upadi Vinirmuktam. Tat Paratvena Nirmalam. Malam, we are having this contamination of three modes of nature. All these contaminations, Kam, Krodha, Lobh, Moha. We should become free from those contaminations. And Rishikena Rishikesha. Rishika means senses. Sevanam, serving. Rishikesha, the senses of the master of the senses. Rishikesha, master of the senses. Serving Lord Krishna, that is why Krishna is known as Rishikesha. Right? Tamuvacha Rishikesha Prahasan Iva Bharata Senayor Bhayor Madhye Vishidantam Idam Vachaha. Santushta Kenapi Rajan Na Varte Napi Varina. Aupastya Jihvaika Karpanyadi Grahapalayate Jana. Right? Narada Muni, 15th chapter, 7th canto, he says, Santustasya kenapi rajan, na varte napi varina. Varina means water. A person who is satisfied, he can simply survive simply by drinking water. But one who is attached to serving genitals, aupastya, jiva, tongue, karpanyadi, other desires, such a person, he will become a household dog. Right? So one who is a servant of his senses, he is known as, he becomes a household dog. In the girlfriend, when initially she thinks that my boyfriend is like a Spider-Man. After some time, during some time, she thinks initially she thinks after marriage, she thinks my husband is a Superman. Right? 15 years after marriage, she thinks he is a Doberman. सही है? हाँ? सही है? After 35 years, she thinks?
No, you tell me, after 35 years what? 15 years you are telling the hour, 35 years what?
Don't be a Doberman. Right? If you are not satisfied with what you have, and then you are always desiring. So in order to save yourself from Doberman, you must become a Rishikena Rishikesha. Serving the, right. So Prabhupada is saying that we are all very proud that I know this is my hand, this is my leg, this is my, like that. In sixth canto Bhagavtam, it is said, Vojaha saha balam pranam amritam mrityumevacha yat ajnano jano heto atmanam manyate jadam. Vritrasura sings to Indra, he is saying, Vojaha saha balam pranam. The strength of the senses, strength of the mind, strength of the body is Krishna is the source. Amritam mrityumevacha. Amritam, deathlessness. Mrityu. Krishna is the source of everything. So Krishna is the source of strength of the senses. Krishna is the source of strength of the mind. Krishna is the source of strength of the body. Ojaha saha balam pranam. Right? So Krishna has to inject the strength in our senses. Then only I can lift my hand. That means I am not the controller of this hand. Krishna is the controller of the hand. That means Krishna is made this hand. That means this hand is meant for serving Krishna. समझ में आया? लॉजिक समझ में आया सेजल? हाँ? क्या समझ में नहीं आया? This hand belongs to Krishna. So this hand should be utilized for serving Krishna. ये लॉजिक समझ में आया? हाँ? These senses, they belong to Krishna. But this body belongs to Krishna. Right? My mind belongs to Krishna. My intelligence belongs to Krishna. That is why they all should be engaged in the service of Krishna. Right? Because Krishna says, Mamaivamsho jivaloke jivabhuta sanatana manashashtendriyani prakritistani karshati. We are all parts and parcels of Krishna. That is why Vritrasura says, Yatha darumayi nari Yatha patramaya mrugam evam bhutani magavan ishatantrani viddibho. Yatha darumayi nari. Nari means lady. You know, a woman statue is made of a wood. A patramaya mrugam, you know, a animal is made of grass. And they were actually, attached some strings. And the puppets are made like that, and the puppeteer controls. Right? Anybody saw puppet show? Huh? ऐसा लगता है they are moving, but actually behind with the strings the puppeteer is controlling. In the same way, we are all puppeteers in the hands of Krishna. So material nature, Krishna controls. We are never independent. We are never independent. But that is called illusion. Illusion means we are actually thinking that I am independent, I can do whatever I want. But actually, we are controlled, just like a puppeteer controls a woman's body made of a puppet made of wood, a jantu, an animal made of grass. He controls. In the same way, we are all controlled by Krishna. Isha Tantra ni Viddibo. Isha Tantra, Isha means Krishna. Tantra ni Viddibo. That is why the Bhishma also is instructing Yudhishthira Maharaj, tasmat daivatantram, tasmadidam daivatantram, avyayasya bharatashabha, tasya anuvihitam anatha, nata pahi praja prabhu. These are, we are all controlled by will of the Lord. My dear, so don't lament too much. Tasya anuvihito anatha. Please, follow the instructions of the Lord. Tasya anuvihito. Whatever he says, you control, according to his instructions, you follow, you lead your life. Nata pahi Prabhu. So, Bhishma Dev is instructing Yudhishthira Maharaj in next chapter, 9th chapter, first canto, 9th chapter. So, we are actually, our senses belong to Krishna. So we should engage our senses in the service of Krishna. That is called devotional service. Yatha Rishikesha Khalena Devaki. Then Prabhupada elaborates that, but Krishna is very kind. Krishna is very kind. He has given us a small independence, minute independence. Using that minute independence, if we don't want to serve Krishna's senses, we want to serve something else, then accordingly, he supplies a particular body. Suppose somebody wants to eat stool. Prabhupada says, okay, you have the desire, then he will make that person into a pig, and then he can eat stool. Prabhupada writes in the third canto Bhagavtam, actually, nobody can eat stool. So the Yamadutas, before giving such a body, they give training, it seems. Somebody, nobody can fly, then they teach them, how to fly. Before making them birds, they teach them how to fly. Yamadutas. Then they give that body. Like that. So whatever we desire, Krishna fulfills, being in the heart, sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto, matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Like that. So if you want to serve Krishna, then he will give the body according to our desire. Right? What is that? Shariram yadavapnoti yachapi utkramati ishvaraha. Right? Prabhupada says, a soul is the master of this body temporarily. So accordingly, the way you desire, you will get your next body. Grihitvaitani samyati vayurgandha ivashayat. Right? So the way we develop our consciousness in this life, accordingly we will get our next body. Just like Vayu catches the aroma of a flower and carries it. Like that, our consciousness carries us to our next body. But Prabhupada says we are the masters of this body temporarily. So we can decide where we can go in the next life. Right? What is the meaning of us taking in this body, birth in this body? Maharaj Kurushekara says, we have not chanted the names of Krishna in our last life. That is why we have Garbhavasadi Dukkham. We had to endure the Garbhavasadi Dukkham. So that is the symptom of a person who has taken birth in this material world. That means we have not chanted in our last life. Huh?
You know those skills. That's good. Prabhupada, we have those skills.
Yeah. Prabhupada explains one more word, khalena. Khala means, Prabhupada says, jealousy, enviousness. You know what is a litmus test? You studied science? Huh? You know, Vidhi Mother? Litmus test?
Check pH.
Huh?
Check pH value of the fruit.
Litmus test.
Acid and base test.
Yeah.
Red litmus and blue litmus.
Yeah. It's called litmus test.
We have to compare it with the star.
याद है आपको? अच्छा करता है? So please do your litmus test. Huh? How? Check your heart whether you are envious or jealous. Check your heart. How? Whether to know whether you are a devotee or a non-devotee. Litmus test is? Huh? Check your heart. Whether you are envious or jealous. If you are envious, that means you are not a devotee. How do you check whether you are envious or not?
Self-realization.
Huh?
Self-realization.
Bolo, Jagannath Sharan Prabhu. How do you check whether you are envious or not?
Because if somebody is having something and I am not having something, then I become envious of it.
When you celebrate the other person's success.
That is how to become free from envy. How do you check?
Glorification of somebody else is going on and if you feel happy about it, then you're a person.
Prabhupada says, There are two stories from Chaitanya Charitamrita. When Lord Chaitanya, he was going to Vrindavan, on en route, he went to Kanai Natshala. What is that place? What is that place where he met Lord Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami? Ramkeli. Ramkeli. You went? When? You didn't come with us, huh?
When we had gone to Kanai Narshala, that time on the way he was there.
You took? You came?
We went by boat.
Yeah. Recently we went, Sushil and we all went by train. Kanai Natshala, Ramkeli, so he met in the middle of the night Rupa and Sanatana, Dabir Kas and Malik, Sakar Malik. Both of them, they went and met Lord Chaitanya. Then they said, there is nobody who is more sinful than us. When we remember our sinful activities, we become ashamed. Jagai Madhai, they are far better than us. Like that. They were praying to Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya, he lifted them and embraced them. Then he immediately initiated them into Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. Said, please don't be so humble. Your humility is breaking my heart. So then he kept his lotus feet on their heads. When they saw this scene, all the other devotees, they became very, very joyful. They said, Sadhu, Sadhu, Haribol, Haribol. They chanted. In that, Prabhupada writes, that there are many people in the ISKCON movement who has a dress of Vaishnava wearing dhoti kurta and kantimala, but they are very envious. Somebody may be wearing a Vaishnava dress. If he is envious, one should not offer respect to such a person. A devotee means he is free from envy. When they receive the mercy of Krishna, they become very joyful. Not that I didn't get mercy of Krishna, I should pull him down. I will pull him down. I will blaspheme him. Right? So this is the test, Prabhupada says. Kalena Devaki. Everybody in this material world envious of each other. Envious of each other. Everybody. So Prabhupada says, we can engage Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada. In Krishna's service. But enviousness, no. You cannot. So then Prabhupada says that envy starts with envy of Krishna. We are all basically envious of Krishna. Why Krishna is enjoying with Srimati Radharani? That is the envy. That is the envy. So, our journey in this material world starts with Ichcha Dvesha Samuttena Dvandva Mohena Bharata. Ichcha and Dvesha. Ichcha means desire, Dvesha means enviousness. Our journey of material life starts with desire to enjoy like Krishna? And envious mentality, why Krishna is enjoying so much? This is the root cause of our material existence. If you want to become free from this material existence, what we have to do? We have to become free from envy. Kalena Devaki. As soon as we give lectures, when we say Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, somebody in the audience, they ask, why only Krishna God? Why not Lord Shiva and Brahma? Then Prabhupada says, that is the symptom of envy. And in 9th chapter, first shloka, idam tu te guhyatamam pravaksham anusuyave jnanam vijnana sahitam yajnatva mokshase ashubhat. So Prabhupada, Krishna says that he is telling Arjuna, because you are free from envy, you are free from envy, I am teaching Bhagavad Gita. So Prabhupada says the basic qualification to understand Bhagavad Gita is to become free from at least envy of Krishna. You should not ask this question, why Krishna is God? That is the qualification of Arjuna, that because he is free from envy, that is why. Then also, what is the first canto Bhagavatam? Second shloka, Bolo? Srimad Bhagavatam. So, Prabhupada says, Dharmaha projahita kaitavo atra paramo nirmat sharanam shatam. Paramo nirmat sharanam shatam. Right? The first qualification to understand Bhagavatam is to become free from envy. So, my dear friends, we should work on becoming free from envy. When somebody is making progress in their lives, it is there according to their destiny, it is according to their karma, good karmas. By becoming envious, you can't stop them from getting what they deserve, what they are destined to get. Nothing in this world can stop. Nothing could stop from Yudhishthira Maharaj getting his kingdom. Right? Duryodhan, with all his might, tried his best to deprive Yudhishthira Maharaj of his kingdom. Maybe temporarily he was successful for 13 years, but ultimately Yudhishthira Maharaj got back his kingdom because that is his destiny. Duryodhana, by becoming envious of Yudhishthira Maharaj, not only himself, his entire Khandan got destroyed. So, when your colleagues are progressing, they are getting promotion, or your friends are becoming wealthy in their business, or fellow devotees are making nice progress in devotional service, getting recognition, at that time you should do what you should do? You should throw a party. Huh? Why are you celebrating? Arey, my neighbor's son got admission in IIT. Or his daughter's marriage got fixed in a very good family. Right? You'll do that? Huh?
You'll be considered mad by them. It's income is going up.
Very, very. Please, every day check, litmus test. Do the litmus test. So, very simple litmus test. When somebody comes to you and glorifies XYZ devotee, what is your reaction? Right? If your reaction, you don't know what, ऐसा उन्होंने उस टाइम ऐसा किया, ऐसा लफड़ा किया, then that means you are envious. If you remain quiet, that means you are controlling your envy. If you also glorify, if you also glorify that, he has done like that, he has done like that means you are free from envy.
But Prabhuji, it happens that we can't accept somebody's glorification, but with some other persons we can accept. It's not that with everybody. So in that case,
So you are envious of that person.
of that person, not with everybody. So in that case, then for some, everybody has the envy for somebody, not with everybody. A person is envious, but
That means envy is there.
with that person at least.
Like, Yudhishthira Maharaj, somebody, they told him, find a crooked person. And they gave a test to Duryodhan to find a gentleman. Both of them failed in the test. Yudhishthira Maharaj said, there is no crooked person in the entire Hastinapur. And Duryodhan said, there is no gentleman in this Hastinapur. Right? Hastinapur. Like that. Yudhishthira Maharaj is not envious of Duryodhan, even though he was troubling him. That is why he is known as Ajata Shatru, because he never considered Duryodhan as his enemy. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj, everybody used to call him Duryodhan because he was but Yudhishthira Maharaj used to call him Suyodhan. His original name was Suyodhan. Like that. But everybody used to call him Duryodhan. Like that. So that was a good example. So Prabhupada gave his own lifestyle story that many of his god brothers, they are envious of Prabhupada because he was actually very successful in preaching Krishna consciousness all over the world. So they discredit him, saying that Swami Maharaj, he was a businessman, that's why he was able to raise so much money and spread Krishna consciousness. Then Prabhupada writes, such envious people, they don't recognize that Krishna Shakti vina nahi tare pravartana. Without empowerment of Krishna, nobody can preach like this. They didn't understand. Because of envy, they did not recognize Srila Prabhupada's greatness, even though they are so-called devotees. If somebody is free from envy, there are god brothers of Prabhupada, they very happily, willingly glorified Prabhupada and they admired him, because they are free from envy.
envious level depends on person to person.
Yeah.
It cannot be same for every individual.
Yeah. But you must understand that everybody is a part and parcel of Krishna. You cannot say, I am envious of this person, I like this person. Right?
My feeling is different.
Huh?
My feeling is different.
Yeah.
One particular person I can say I am not envious of this person. Another person I can say I have envy, but I may not.
Harm him. That is also good, like one should not act on our feelings of envy and try to, pull him down or do prachar against that person. In our ISKCON, I have faced, I have never done that because I have understood scriptures properly. So there are people who try to take away my donors. Once I used to cultivate one boy. That time he was studying. That time I was in BI. So then he became a doctor. Then he came to, I was there, the time I was head pujari. So he came, he didn't find me in BI. He met some devotee. He wanted to become a life member. तो रामरूप तो चला गया, he left. उसको member बना दिया. Later on he met me, अरे आप तो इधर ही है. बोलते yeah. They steal donors and they try to do prachar against me with my donors. Ramrup is like that. So I faced that in my life. But their activities did not stop me from becoming a number one collector. Because I am destined. Krishna wanted to reward me some fame, some recognition. So Krishna made me. So they could not stop me from, getting my due recognition. But they will have to face the consequences of being envious. Like that. So this is a lesson. I will tell you a story. It is a mundane story. But one I read in management books, self-help books, how to become free from envy. He gave an example. Suppose you want to empty ocean. You take a small glass and starts taking out water. Is it possible? Huh? You take a bucket and wants to empty the ocean. Is it possible? You want to empty by big drums. Can you empty the ocean? Can you connect a motor and empty the water? Can you connect? Can you? No, not no, you cannot actually. In the same way, Krishna is like ocean. Krishna is like ocean. Whatever anybody wants, he can fulfill. It's not that so and so XYZ got it, so that means he got it, I won't get. So there is no need in the God's creation. God is unlimited and His supplies are unlimited. Whatever you want, you will get it if you become deserved. There is no need for us to become envious that person has got, so I will try to pull him down. Right? Those who are envious and give pain to others, they get disease which causes lot of pain, especially arthritis and rheumatism is the result of being enviousness in our last life. Like that. So there is a lot of disadvantages of becoming envious. What is the greatest disadvantage of being envious? Envious person will never get Krishna. Never. If you want to be known as a, what is the symptom litmus test for being a devotee? Check your heart for enviousness.
One thing I want to say.
Yeah.
We are working in a different environment and organization. So if we are in ISKCON, we come across good people. When we are working in a different environment, we have come across different varieties of people. Some are non-vegetarians, some are drinkers, some are... But we have to work with them and get our job done. So if we start showing our envy, how do we work with this type of people? It's my profession.
If you want to?
We have to work with these envious people only.
Yeah. I'm not...
How do we survive? If we show our envy, we cannot get the work done from them.
If they are envious, it doesn't mean that you also have to be envious.
We can't show our envy.
Yeah. But we have to be careful. At least we should not associate with envious people. Right?
We have to leave our jobs.
No, you don't understand what is the association means. Yeah, you don't sit with them and eat and drink and discuss your personal problems and all that. As much as work is related, you do have connection with that person. Otherwise, you don't have any friendship with such a person. What is the mistake of Karna? Because he made friendship with envious Duryodhana. Once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was invited by Sarvam Bhattacharya for lunch. So they are very fond of feeding Lord Chaitanya. Then Sarvam Bhattacharya's wife, she cooked so many items. And then Sarvam Bhattacharya offered to Krishna and then offered to Lord Chaitanya. When Lord Chaitanya was honoring Prasad, his son-in-law Amogha, he came. Then he commented, for a sannyasi, how can he eat so much food? So he was very envious. Then Sarvam Bhattacharya said, I want that this fellow should die. Because of enviousness, he became afflicted with cholera and he was suffering so much. When Sarvam Bhattacharya came to know about this, he was very happy and then he said, let him die. Then Lord Chaitanya went and rescued him. Then he said, you are a Brahmana, why are you allowing enviousness to stay in your heart? Then he embraced him and then he gave him Krishna Prema. Because I cannot reject somebody, associated with, related with Sarvam Bhattacharya, who was my very dear devotee. There is, that story is there. I think in Antilila. Yeah, Antilila only. So that the pastime is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Mahaprabhu also said, don't be envious. Khalena Devaki. So Kamsa was envious of Devaki and Vasudev. Kamsa was envious of Yadus. Then he persecuted them. But as a result, he was always afraid of Krishna. He was not peaceful and happy even for a moment. Right? There is a beautiful verse, you can maybe put it up. 5th canto, 18th chapter. Swasti astu vishvasya kala prasidatam dhyayantu bhutani shivam mitodiyam manassa badra bhajatam adokshaja avishatam matirapi ahettuki. Let all the envious people in this world be pacified. You switched off, huh? Fifth canto, 18th chapter. What is that? How much?
5.18.9.
9.
Fifth canto, 18.
9.
प्रसादम किधर है? नीचे इधर? पता नहीं.
Ready.
Read the translation.
May there be good fortune throughout the universe, and may all envious persons be pacified. May all living entities become calm by practicing bhakti yoga. For in devotional service, they will think of each other's welfare. Therefore, let us all engage in the service of Supreme Transcendence, Lord Shri Krishna, and always remain absorbed in thought of Him.
So, here Prahlad Maharaj is desiring that all the envious people be pacified by practicing devotional service. Prabhupada writes in the purport, usually devotees, they don't desire anything, but Prahlad Maharaj has one desire. He is seeking the welfare of all the personalities, of all the persons in the whole universe. Let all the envious people be pacified by practicing devotional service. So even if we are envious in the beginning, if we keep chanting, keep chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. If you keep chanting, then one day we will realize, I am chanting but I am not getting the result. Then you will check your heart. Then you will find out that there is a lot of envy. Then you should try to throw away envy. In the beginning, you don't, at least I do that, I practice that. I will not say that I am completely free from envy, but you will never hear me that we never, in our group, we never had a meetings, groupism. I never kept a meeting with my people saying that so and so is doing like this, let us act against that person. Have you attended any such meeting? You know me for last 25 years, right? Huh? Have you attended any of the such meeting? Huh? 25 years. 20 years?
Yeah.
I never act against any devotee. Even though I know that some people are acting against me, but I never. So that is also envy only. If somebody is acting against me, so I will take revenge. That is also envy only. We should learn to tolerate. So in your future lives also, anybody conduct such meetings, making a plot to harm a particular devotee or acting against that person, devising plans. Don't, that is the symptom of envy. Don't attend such meetings and don't act upon such feelings. So be careful not to, act on envy. Even if you feel envy a little bit, just pacify that by chanting more, by reading more, by applying philosophy, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is rewarding such a person, if he's rewarding such a person, if I also do perform devotional service, then please Krishna, he will reward me also. Always remember, Krishna became, somebody became a deer to Krishna. That means that it doesn't mean that slot is filled up. There are unlimited slots. I can also become dear to Krishna. My desire, if Bali Maharaj is going to become Indra and I want to become Indra, Krishna will create another universe and make me Indra. There is no...
Krishna has the power.
Yeah. So we should not feel that such a person became successful, so that slot is filled up.
There is no further scope.
Yeah. So in the temple is all these things go on. So and so became a temple president. So and so is head pujari. So somehow I should pull him down, and I'll become head pujari, or I'll become president. These are all symptoms of envy. So we should be very, very careful. Right? Suppose if somebody is making a garland for Radha Rasbihari or Sitaram Lakshman, so we should not think that such a person is making garland. वो मर जाएगी या कुछ हो जाएगा तो मेरे को मिलेगा chance. You should not think like that. That is a big, envy. You can make a garland in your heart, in your mind. Krishna accepts. Right? Suppose I was dressing Radha Rasbihari for so many years. So somebody can is not able to get a chance to dress Radha Rasbihari. He can dress Radha Rasbihari in his mind. They get the same result. Natena Purushottame Trijagatam Ekadipe Chetasa Sevye Swasya Padasya Datari Pare Narayana Tishtati. So Maharaj Kurashagra says, even if you do render service in the mind to Krishna, Krishna will accept. So Krishna is unlimited. Krishna is merciful.
Can I ask a question now? The example which you gave, Prabhupada often says that in the spiritual world also there is spiritual competition. Who can satisfy Krishna more?
Yeah.
So this is kind of a spiritual desire also, that may I also get this service. So this kind of bhav is nice, no? That suppose you are doing Mangal Aarti every day. If I have a desire, I also want to do Mangal Aarti. So this is nice because I also want to.
Yeah, but I will kill Ramarupa and do. Then that slot will be free. Or I will injure him and or I pray to Krishna, Ramarupa should become ill, become seriously ill so that I can do Arati. All these are enviousness, no? That is not devotional service. So you should wait for your chance. Right? You should wait for your chance. Suppose you have a desire, then you should wait for your chance. Right? So that is not devotional service. That there is one devotee, Braja Bihari or some Chopati devotee. He gave a seminar on enviousness. So he was saying that if I think that so and so is a temple president, he is not doing his service properly. If I am given a chance, I can do better service than him. That feeling itself is envy. So there is a subtle form of envy.
Very subtle.
Yeah. You may be thinking that you may be saying that I am acting for your welfare, but in your heart you may be envious of that person. It's very subtle. So that's why you have to check your heart. Unless you are free from envy, you cannot get Krishna Prema. So if somebody is doing a nice service, you should appreciate. Then you should think that I cannot do service like him, so let him do the service. Prabhupada making one more point. Therefore, we must depend on Krishna like Devaki and Kunti. After Kunti became a widow, the envious Dhritarashtra was always planning ways to kill her sons, the 5 Pandavas. Because by chance I was born blind, he thought, I could not inherit the throne of the kingdom, and instead it went to my younger brother. Now he is dead, so at least my sons should get the throne. This is the materialistic propensity. One thinks I shall be happy, my sons will be happy, my community will be happy, my nation will be happy. This is extended selfishness. No one is thinking of Krishna and how Krishna will be happy. Rather, everyone is thinking in terms of his own happiness. How shall I be happy? How will my children, my community, my society, my nation be happy? Everywhere we shall find this. Everyone is struggling for existence, not thinking of how Krishna will be happy. Krishna consciousness is very sublime. We should try to understand it from Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita and try to engage our senses for the service of Master of the senses. Then we shall become actually happy. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any further questions?
Yeah, I have a question. Just starting as you were saying that the hand belongs to Krishna, it should be used in Krishna's service. So while book distribution, I meet many people. They say that if God is a doer, if God is doing everything, so God should be blamed. They are telling अगर मैंने किसी के साथ कुछ गलत किया, so it is ultimately God who sanctioned it. So how to defeat this argument?
No. God is the sanctions. Ultimate sanction is the God only. But we have a desire. Krishna is fulfilling our desire. Like a father, son is adamant, I want motorbike, I want motorbike. Then he says, father is saying, don't purchase motorbike. No. Then the son is insisting, because father has love for the son, he will purchase a motorbike. Like that, a living entity has a wrong desire. Krishna, that is what is that called? Conscience. Conscience pricks you, that every person. Even a thief also thinks, what I am doing is wrong. But still he goes ahead and does it. That conscience is super soul telling you not to do this. But still if you want to do it, then okay. But I will allow you to do it, but you are responsible. I am not responsible. So the soul has only one quality, that is desiring. Otherwise everything is dependent on material nature and Krishna. He is not at all independent. So if you desire that I want to go back to Golok and serve Krishna, then Krishna will fulfill that desire. Pig and eat stool, then Krishna will fulfill that desire also. Krishna is very kind. That is his kindness. Any other?
Yeah. Prabhuji, it is the soul who desires, the mind doesn't desire.
Yeah, the soul is the one desires. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for your patient hearing. So, you've been doing my Prabhuji as a